Hey, Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff. Well, today we're going to do one of my favorite snacks. This is beef teriyaki jerky. This is good stuff. Man, whether you do it on the dehydrator, on the smoker, in the oven, this is a great recipe. So, hang tight. Okay, so what I've got is this is about a 3-pound chuck roast, okay? And you see the grain is running this way. I have not cut the fat off of it. I haven't trimmed it up. I'm gonna do that after I do slices. I've got it on my slicer, and I'm gonna take and I'm gonna make some slices about the same thickness, and that's the goal. It doesn't really matter as long as they're not too thick, how thick you make them. Okay, so, and you see we've got just a little bit left on that. We're going to hang on to that. The rest of this, if you see, it's sliced about the same thickness. Now, you see this fat? That's what we're going to take off. So, let's take the slicer and put it aside. And we're going to take and we're going to cut all this fat off. No, we're not going to throw that away. We're going to use it, not for this, but I'm going to cut all that excess fat off. And again, see, these are all the same thickness. Some of this comes out with your slicer with almost no fat on it at all. But you don't want fat on it. Fat cuts down on how long you can store this. Now, I don't really have a problem with that. At my house, we eat this too fast to worry about how long it's gonna last. It doesn't last that long anyway, especially doing just a couple of pounds like this. But you can scale this recipe up or down, however you want. Now, I'm gonna take, again, cross grain and cut this into strips about like this. Now this is definitely going to shrink as you dehydrate it, but that's okay. Again, cut it across the grain. These are equal thickness and about equal size, and that's cut up. That's what that's gonna make, about that much. I'm going to bring you back and I'll show you the recipe for the teriyaki marinade. Okay, so here's our marinade. All right, let's mix it up. All right, first thing we've got is we've got a cup of teriyaki sauce. You use whatever brand you like. This is thick and sweet. This is good stuff. I like teriyaki. All right. Next, we're going to take 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. So let's add a tablespoon. There we go. Next, we're going to add half a cup of brown sugar. And that's about it right there. We're going to put 3/4 of a tablespoon of lean Perrin. About 3/4. And there we go. That's for salt. We're going to put 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. This is Kinkelman's here that I'm using. There's 1.5. All right, so let's stir this up. And get it well mixed. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a 1-gallon storage bag. We're going to take and put all this meat in this Ziploc. And we're going to pour this marinade into the Ziploc. And there we go. Okay. Let's turn it over on its side and get as much of the air out as we can and zip it up. And there we go. Mix it real good. Make sure you get that marinade all in that meat. Oh, that's going to be good stuff. Okay, and there we have it. There's our meat. We're going to take this, we're going to put it in the refrigerator for at least a day, and we'll see how the work schedule goes. We may even do it a little longer than that. And for the next step, we'll bring you back. Okay, well, our meat has been in the marinade for 2 days. So we're going to start taking it and we're going to lay it out on these trays just like this. So let me get it laid out here on these racks and I'll bring you back. Okay, we got our racks loaded. Let's stack them. These reverse, back and forth. Give you enough distance between the racks. There we go. And we're going to cover it up. And the only thing we got left to do is plug up the dehydrator. And here we go. Now, the time varies on this for a lot of things. It could be as much as 4 to 6 hours, or be less than that. It just depends on how thick and what you got it marinated with. So we're gonna let it run and we'll let you know how long it takes and we'll bring you back. Okay, we're coming up on 4.5 hours and this is ready to take off. And this is probably the best information out of this entire video that you're gonna get. And the big question is, how do you know when this stuff is ready? Okay, all right, I'm gonna show you. All right, this is on the top rack and we have moved it around. Now you see a little bit of sheen on the top of this and a little bit of moisture. But if you take and bend this and look inside the meat, do you see moisture in there? No. Does it break? No. So it's not overdone, but it's done enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all this off, and we're going to keep going through the stacks. And again, even the bigger piece, see, that's done. It doesn't break. And you see just a little bit of sheen, but it's still done. We're going to take this off. Now, any kind with this high of sugar content, it's going to show you a little bit of sheen. We're going to let it evaporate off. At each level, we're going to continue to take off. There you go. See inside? See it's dry? That moisture, the only moisture that's left is on the top, not on the inside. The inside is done. This is what we have. That's what's left. Now I can't stand here and tell you that I didn't eat some of this, because I did, checking to see if it was done. This is what we yielded out of 3 pounds of chuck roast. Okay, this is some more something. This is good stuff. It's hard to believe. All right, so here we are. This is my favorite part. Put this in a Ziploc bag. I promise you, what's sitting here is not going to last long enough to go bad. My family destroys this. Try this. If you like teriyaki, if you like beef jerky, you're going to love this. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, hit the bell over here. We'll have another video on this side. Until the next time, hang tight.